Hello, today we're going to take a look at the daily order calendar from Agility and see what you can do with it. You'll notice here that we have basically a real standard looking calendar and there's not much on it right now, but what you're going to find out is what we can do with it. So what we're going to do here is use the filter that appears over on the right. And what we're going to do is choose various statuses of orders in Macola. So we're going to be looking at customer orders and getting information about them. You'll see lots of information here. So let's choose booked orders. Once I choose booked orders, those are status 1 orders. I'm going to click OK, and up comes my calendar. And you can see now that I have summary information basically on each day in the calendar on many days. And so I've got summary totals there. And when I choose one of those, I'm going to get detail information down at the bottom. So I'll choose some information on that date, and you'll notice that I get a grid of detailed orders down at the bottom. And from that, I can then choose more information. So let's slide the calendar up a little bit, and that gives me more space for the grid. So if I have a lot of orders, I want to expand the space that I need down at the bottom. Then I'll choose one of those specific orders that I want to look at. And when I do that, I have an order button that lights up. And so I'll click on that order button. And now I get a new screen that pops up that gives me a lot of information about that order. Notice that there's header information up at the top about bill to and ship to, and billing information will start to fill in as that order gets processed through the system. And I have other information that's available up at the top, the order number, who it's billing to. And notice that I have buttons on the right-hand side. So in this case, let's explore the pro forma invoice button for just a minute. Some people require that they get an invoice in advance of getting their product, and so a pro forma invoice is very helpful. So I open that and I get a crystal report that's basically formatted as a pro forma invoice that I could send my customer to help them prepare for payment on this order. So that's one of the buttons I can do. Notice that there's order header audit trails that can be visible from here. So that as orders are edited and changed, I can see that. And I've got a line audit here so that if I choose one of the lines down below, I can see when lines were added or changed or deleted. So rather than running a report in Macola, I have the audit trails available and visible right from this screen. Have other buttons as I choose the items on the order. I have item master information, inventory transaction, location information. I even have information that could be available about production. Some people create customer orders that push pop orders or shop orders. And when you do that, there are other buttons that will light up that will show you that you have a related pop order or a shop order. So they're grayed out on these orders right here, but if they do light up, then you can drill into that actual production order as well and get even more information. So we're producing a lot of rich information relative to this order that we're looking at. So you can see that I'm looking mostly here at bookings, and you'll notice that there are little blue stars on some days and there are little red balls on other days. Basically, those are just little tiny flags or alerts that let you know that you had a really good day when you got a blue star. So there's a threshold, basically. And you can change that threshold if you want, depending on what a good day is for you. You have to define that yourself. But basically, the little blue star tells you had an exceptionally nice day, and the red ball means that you had just kind of a so-so day. Now let's go and take a look at what happens if we want to look at this from the shipping department's angle. Let's see what we've requested to ship, what customers have asked us for. So we're going to change the filter, and you'll notice that we hopped out to March, because those are the farthest out requested dates that we have in the system. And again, just clicking on those total values gives you the detailed information down below. So I've got information now about what I told people I would be able to ship. They asked me to ship on these days. If I back up into February, you can see that I've got, again, lots of detail that's available about various orders and the statuses that they had at that time. So we again can now go in and look at an order based on when it was requested to be shipped by the customer. So, and if you're shipping with WiSys, you'll notice that there's a shipment information button, and you'd get information there once the order did ship through WiSys. you'd get information relative to tracking information that you could share with the customer. Now let's select more than one filter. So let's look at both booked orders and shipped orders and requested orders. Now we're going to see again that we hop out to March, so we're going to back up to February, and we have multiple different numbers, summary numbers, in any given day up on the calendar section, so that I can either scroll back and forth within a day to see the different statuses, or I can just make the calendar a little bit larger and get to the number that I want to investigate. And again, when I click on that total dollar up above, I see the detail down below in the detail grid. So I can really follow orders through the entire process that they go through, from booking to when they're promised, when they've been picked, when they've been shipped. You can see really active days when there's been a lot going on. This one day here has orders that were picked that day, shipped that day, and that's probably the case for most people. They're active during the week a lot, perhaps even on the weekends. So this is our calendar view that is very, very easy for people to use and gives an enormous amount of information. So hope this was helpful to you. I appreciate you watching this video, and we hope that you'll stop by for more agility videos later. Thanks.